What kind of a strategy I may go for with the help of insight gained by me from the two things. One, SWOT analysis. Two, Porter's 5-force model. So we have 1, cost leadership, 2, differentiation, 3, niche market, 4, growth, and so on. So we have 12 such options. Let's understand every option one by one. Cost leadership. I produce at the lowest cost. Lovely Sweets, Ludhiana. You must have heard Lovely Professional University, LPU. Who is the owner of this LPU? A family. They used to have a sweet shop, and their expertise was to produce motichur, bundi ka laddu at minimal cost. Even other shops used to buy those laddus from them. Cost leadership. Then we have differentiation. My product is different from others. Features are more, packaging is more, services along with the product are different, so differentiation. Then niche. I am doing something which others are not doing. I have started doing something in an area which nobody could imagine. That's a niche market. Then growth. I am growing so fast that my competitors are not in a position to cope up. Fifth, alliances. I have great alliances. My partners, my B2B partners, my suppliers, my channel partners are fully dedicated to me. On the basis of this, I am not in a position to allow new entrants into the market. Then innovation. I keep on innovating, I keep on producing new and new things. Then again, obviously, I'll be having competitive advantage. Then operational effectiveness. I'm very fast. Whenever you expect me to deliver something, I do deliver. Whenever you expect me to produce, I do produce. So this is operational effectiveness. Then customer orientation. I always take a call to help my customers to fulfill their needs. So this customer orientation may give competitive advantage to me. Then the time, delivery time, time of operations is really important. Entry barriers, you are doing something which is really a very costly affair. Your IT infrastructure is huge, costly, innovative, agile, which can't be replicated easily, which others can't produce easily. So entry barriers. Customer or supplier lock-in. You have a wonderful relationship with your buyers and suppliers. So normally they don't like to change. So it is again competitive advantage. And finally, increase switching costs. So if a supplier is moving out from you or the buyer is moving out of you, then he or she will have to incur huge costs. So with the help of SWOT analysis and Porter's 5-force model, we are in a position to understand that we may have certain strategies for competitive advantage. We have 12 options. You may go for one or two or combination of more. So this is something known as competitive advantage. Now friends, after understanding this entire competitive advantage scenario, let's understand something about the firm also. Any firm, any business organization will be doing certain primary activities and certain support activities. We have primary activities and support activities. With the help of this diagram, we are in a position to understand it in a better fashion. We have primary activities. Primary activities. Okay. What are the primary activities? Inbound logistics means you purchase, you bring material, finished, raw material, etc., etc. And then operations, what does it mean? If you have purchased raw material, then you will produce something, and if you have purchased finished goods, then you will maintain the inventory. Then outbound logistics is the third thing, that you are going to offer it to your customers and sell. Okay. This outbound logistics leading to sales requires sales and marketing. When you have sold something, marketed and sold something, then it needs servicing. So this is something, friends, known as primary activities. To run such primary activities, you need certain support activities. What are the support activities? You need to have accounting, legal and finance operations in the company. Otherwise, company will not be able to work. You need to have human resource management. Otherwise, company will not run. You need to have product and technology development. Otherwise, you will not be able to gain competitive advantage. And you should have something like procurement, supplier management, funding and subcontracting. So friends, all the activities which are being done by any organizations can be divided into two major segments. One, primary activity. Two, support activities. Primary activities and support activities. Let's understand primary activities first. What are the primary activities? Business activities that directly involved in the production of goods, involving the purchase of material, processing of material into products and delivery of products to customers. Whatever I purchase, whatever I do, produce, process, operations, how do I offer, how do I sell, how do I market, how do I deliver, this all is primary activity. So inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales and services, this we have understood. This will not happen. This will not be possible by any firm if they don't have support activities. What are the support activities then? Applied to any or all the primary activities which may also support each other. You need infrastructure, building, room, lorry, computers, table, air conditioning, washrooms, I don't know what. Accounting, finance and management. You need human resource, so you need human resource management. You need technology development and research development, R&D. Otherwise, you will not be able to introduce new products. And finally, you have to have something like procurement or purchasing, with the help of which you will keep on running your organization. So, primary activities and support activities leading to this diagram, and with the help of this, organization will be able to carry on its business. So that's all about this section 1.3, friends. We have few questions and you know the relevance of questions.